Jury deliberations continue this morning in the Delphi murder trial. Abigail Williams and Libby German, best friends, were kidnapped and killed in 2017 while going on a hike together near their home in Delphi, Indiana. The tragic and mysterious case drawing national attention from the start. It took 5 years to find and charge Richard Allen in the case, and his trial now in its final hours. NewsNation's Alex Capriello joining us from Delphi with the very latest on the ongoing deliberations and some of the big moments in this case. Alex.
Yeah, good morning to you, Marni. This could be a very difficult decision for this sequestered jury. Both sides, the prosecution and the defense, made very strong, compelling arguments yesterday as they outlined what they thought was their best case for their clients. I think speaking to the community members, some of these shop owners that I've been visiting with, it is a rather nerve-wracking experience. They know just how difficult this crime has been for this community to handle over the last 7 years. And right now we know the jury is deliberating the fate of the accused murderer, Richard Allen. During those closing arguments yesterday, we heard state prosecutors recap the highlights, why they believe that Richard Allen is guilty of murdering 13-year-old Abby Williams and 14-year-old Libby German back in 2017. They pointed to evidence found at the crime scene, things like an unspent bullet that matches a pistol that Richard Allen owns. Prosecutors say when executing a search warrant, investigators uncovered what they're calling a starter kit, pistol cartridges and clothes matching the perpetrator, seen from grainy cell phone video taken from one of the teen's cell phones in the moments before the murder, which attorneys say is Richard Allen stalking the girls. Also, prosecutors replaying a series of confessions that Richard Allen made to both doctors and his wife, just like this one. Quote, "I did it. I killed Abby and Libby," Richard Allen allegedly told his wife. "No, you didn't," his wife replies. "I think I did. I think maybe I lost my mind. I need you to know I did this." Now, as for the defense, the attorneys argue that's a false confession made under extreme duress while in solitary confinement and deplorable prison conditions. They also say there's no direct evidence or DNA that points to Richard Allen's guilt. Richard Allen chose not to testify on his own behalf. Allen faces 4 separate murder charges. If found guilty, he would spend the rest of his life in prison. Marni?
Alex, you talk about how difficult it's been on the community, and I think about these families, how much time they waited and what they are feeling right now in these final moments. What has it been like in the courtroom during closing arguments and throughout the case and until today?
Yeah, this has been a very difficult 3 weeks. Day in and day out, they've been seeing these arguments being made by both sides, not to mention these gruesome crime scene and autopsy photos of these little girls. And it's been hard for everyone inside that courtroom, not just the families of the victims, but also Richard Allen's families who were seen bawling yesterday before court even began. I spoke about those crime scene photos. We could see visual reactions from jury members, some of them forced to look away because it was just too much to handle. And as for what I'm seeing on the ground here today, supporters for both the victims, Libby and Abby, but also Richard Allen. There's a whole line of signs there that say that they believe that Richard Allen is an innocent man. And that's what makes this decision for this jury so difficult, because on one hand, so many of the people here in Delphi want to see this chapter come to a close. But on the other hand, if Richard Allen is innocent of the crimes that he's accused of, this jury would essentially be putting him away behind bars for the rest of his life, an innocent man, perhaps. So again, a very difficult decision for this jury to make. They're taking it very, very seriously. Over the course of this trial, we've seen them take extensive notes. They know that a lot is on the line.
Yeah, what a tragic case. All right, Alex, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.